First snap, here's Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Mayfield on play action. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. The 40. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And this is caught at the 8. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. We can talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On second down and 4, Mayfield. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mayfield off the play fake. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the red zone now, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. These two teams all tied after 1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Jefferson really grew into the deep threat LA needed as it ramped up its passing attack, averaging a cool 16 yards per catch. One of the best marks in the league and helping the Rams earn a ring. Back at it again in 2022, picking up a first down with a big play.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground. On
first down at Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And the Rams at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams have moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Play fake. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, he and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never down for a second. They pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
40 got.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Tyler Higbee, 26 yards. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They go play action. Mayfield. Got Anderson on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do if you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4, Stafford. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. After the sack, they're staring at the challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Long. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. Touchdown, Rams! Cam Akers, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Mayfield on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Stafford. He'll get this underneath to Henderson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Play action. Stafford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
It was the second straight season of 9 sacks for Brian Burns, who continues to ascend as one of the league's best young pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete as well.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Troy Hill picks it. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one. It to 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Terrace Marshall, 60 yards. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Rams 41, Panthers 14. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Rosen's throw pulled in by Robinson here. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
11 more on that one and another first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to touchdown.
Bryson Hopkins, 27 yards. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is...
There he goes left side. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second down and 5. Here's Rosen. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action here with Rosen. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That one covers 29 yards, first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Mayfield off the play fake. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A first down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And again, it's Mayfield. For Marshall, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. To throw, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Mayfield. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
28. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to